right, collectors, thanks for joining me today, October 13th, for all the news, all the cool stuff, all the, the haul that we picked up, all the pre-orders that are coming up, that happened this week, and that actually happened today. There was a few items that came up today. New York Comic Con is coming up. I will not be attending because I have work, and I did not take off, and it's a long ways away from me. So I won't be going. I'll just be looking forward to all the news that's coming out of there. I bet it's going to be spectacular. We're going to have a lot of news to cover then. So that's going to be fun. Just real quick, I want to touch on something again because apparently people still didn't get it. If you want to know why I push figures the way I do, and I will always push figures because I'm a YouTube action figure reviewer. So I'm going to push them. I'm going to push these figures so that I give you a legitimate review as opposed to just going to the action figure like this. Doot, doot, it works. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to work it. So if you go to somebody and they review it and they do one of these on you, it works. See, it works. No, that's not a good review. Come on, man. You got to put it through some paces. So yeah, I'm going to, if you want to know, why exactly I do it, again, I'm not going to cover it. Refer back to yesterday's video, 35 minutes in, and then comment. So anyways, the other thing I want to just talk about real quick is the giveaway. Make sure I'm gonna put a link to the video. Just make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure that you go check out that video that is for the giveaway and comment. Follow the instructions for that, a giveaway. It'll be in that video how to win, and then the official details will be in that giveaway video. The giveaway is for a $25 gift certificate to Best Buy or a $25 gift certificate to GRIDIRON. So your guys pick, and special thanks to the channel members as always. Ultra grateful and appreciative of your support. All right, so let's get into it. What do we have today? Well, we don't have a lot from Hasbro, and we don't have a lot from G.I. Joe. What I do have is that, hey, the Tiger Paw is currently out there. I saw it this morning. You guys saw the post of it. It'll be in the hunt for midweek. But it's out there, and it's for $38. It's actually, I saw it in store advertised for $38. So if you can get to a Target, I know for some of you, you don't have like a Target nearby, or you don't have like 15 Targets like I do next to me. I mean, I live in a metroplex of about 8 million people, so I'm going to have a few Targets to get to. So that's the good part. The bad part about living in a city with 8 million people is that there's 8 million people. Anyways. Oh, Ross has, it's confirmed. I've seen, we talked about this earlier. Rosscon is officially on. I've said it here first, and I've announced it, so we can now call it Rosscon is working, or Rosscon has started. Yeah, right. Nobody's waiting for me to call it out. So, anyways, I've already picked up Tiger Force Flint. I've seen a bunch of other, Joes out there that we don't really care for. But also, Kumakara is out there. I have it from a super reliable source that it's out there. So keep your eyes peeled if you're looking for that particular figure. All right, moving on. Let's talk about some of the things that that I saw in the news today. Number one is Starduster and Quarrel have apparently begun shipping out. So I know for sure Quarrel has the 2-pack with Flint and Quarrel. I think that's the one that I'm talking about. So anyways, that is shipping out. I haven't been charged for Starduster yet, but we'll see what happens. And also GRIDIRON. GRIDIRON has started shipping out their, the G.I. Joe version and the other version of the Cyclops, the Cyclops enclosures for their APC. So I'm excited about that. I've got about 3 different orders that just got shipped out from Gridiron. Now keep this in mind always. When you order from Gridiron, especially when they're busy, if they're not busy, if they don't have, well, I'm not saying they're not busy, but if they're not in the middle of putting out a super, super popular product, it usually takes them 7 to 10 business days to kick out a product, right? They're a small mom and pop niche company. And you know, 7 to 10 business days for them to kick out a product when they're not doing something super, super popular that everybody wants is normal. If they're doing something super, super popular that everybody wants, I mean, I've seen it take up to 20 days, 20 business days for it to ship out. Is it always going to take that long? No, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised. The wait time sometimes on Gridiron are a little bit longer than most. So you got to just remember, it's, you know, it's not even, you know, it's a little tiny shop that manufactures 3D printing stuff. So it's going to take them a minute. So anyways, that's shipping out. So I've already got some coming, and I'm definitely going to do a review for all you guys to check it out. All right, let's talk about some Masters of the Universe, because those hit, and there's a lot of them. All right, so let's just start off with Eternia, Masters of the Universe, New Eternia. You've got these 3 tiers of figures. That first tier, Flying Fist He-Man, Fisto, King Andor, and Roboto. Very cool looking figures. I don't know if I'm tempted to buy any of them. I mean, maybe Roboto. I'll let you know. I think I already have the He-Man that I want, so I'm not going to need any of those on that first tier. On the second tier, maybe Evil-Lyn and maybe Beastman would be my picks from that second tier. I pick and choose on this. The only particular line that I'm very particular with and must have every single one, or I'm a completionist, is G.I. Joe Classified. The rest of these I love, but I don't want to be a completionist because I'm just not. Evil-Lyn and Beastman. Oh, the other thing I want to address real quick, somebody in the comments said, well, it comes to me because I'm old and I'll forget. Somebody in the comments had said, hey, I'm curious as to why you hate statues so much. I don't hate statues. But I don't look for them either. In the hunt, if I happen to see one, I'll call it out because I know some of you like them. Now, I'm an action figure reviewer. I love the articulation of action figures. I don't particularly like, I've been collecting for 35 years and I only have like 3 statues in the entire collection. And I have those because I found them at dirt cheap prices and they look super cool. I literally just came across them for like less than $5. So I'm gonna pick them up. But again, it's not that I hate them, it's just that they don't articulate. And to me, I'm a big action figure guy. I gotta have some articulation. I got to. Unless it's a statue that I really, really like and I find it for dirt cheap, then I'll pick it up. Again, don't hate them, but it's not my preference, right? It's just not my preference. Some people prefer pops. I do not. Some people prefer statues. I do not. It's just a personal preference. All right, Evil-Lyn, Beastman, I'll be picking those 2 up, I think, if I find those. Those are the ones that draw my attention the most. And the vintage collection, you have a Skeletor and a Zodak. I think I already have the Skeletor I want. I don't know. We'll see. I might pick this one up if there's enough meat on the bones for this particular Skeletor. You can never have enough action figure meme figures. What I also saw, and we'll take a break here in between these, is from Mattel Creations, this super big, or I think this is a one-off. I think the Horde Troopers are going to be different. Not all these Horde Troopers are going to be the same. I think this is like a commander, right? It's a commander Horde Trooper, right? Because he's supersized. So I believe this one's going to be $33. It's got a great box, comes very nicely set up. I don't think you can buy it unless you go to Mattel and go to the Mattel's Creation. Now, you know what the interesting thing is? Here in DFW, we actually have a Mattel's outlet store. You can bet your sweet bippy I'm going to go look for these guys because they usually sell them at a discount there, anything that doesn't sell. I don't know why I haven't been. It's been like a couple years since I've been there. I just remembered that. Now, As you can see here, 33 bucks, 8.5 inches tall. Here's how he compares to the regular Masterverse figures. He's quite a bit larger. All right, moving on to the Masters of the Universe cartoon collection. I really like these, but I don't like the price. So here's what we're gonna see. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tiers of these guys. And on that first tier, you've got She-Ra, Ramen, Mantenna, and Hordak. They're very accurate to the cartoon, but I will not be picking these up. I just wasn't that closely, I don't know. I don't need She-Ra, I don't need Ramen, I don't need any of these. I've already got a Hordak, I just don't need these. So I'm gonna be passing on those. You got Manny Faces, Triclops, Faker, Leech, and Catra on the second tier. Probably gonna pass on those as well. And then Invisible Skeletor, that's kind of neat. Frosta, Buzz-Off, and Modulok. No, I don't need any of those either. But you guys can, again, these are, I believe these are $19.99. The Masterverse are $24.99. And we also got the Evil Horde 2-pack. So, sketchbook series. Well, I guess maybe they never made these. I don't know. Anyways, moving on to the next thing. Turtles of Gray Skull. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4 tiers of figures that they're going to have. We're going to start off with Mechanic and Ratlore. Okay. They look cool. Yep. We also have Donatello, Raphael, and Leonardo. I guess these are a little bit varied from the previous releases, although I can't tell you how much they are varied because I didn't really collect this line. You also have Michelangelo there with some like energy netting, Champ Clamp, and a mutated Ninjor. Interesting, interesting. And then you have Super Shredder, who's like a cross between Shredder and a snake, kind of neat. And King Hiss. Okay, moving on to DC. Now, the great thing about these Walmart exclusives is that I don't particularly need these. Now, if I happen to run across Superman, I will pick him up. And the reason for that is because he has a soft goods cape. I love that. McFarlane is killing it with those soft good capes. So, if there's any way that, if I find him, I'm not going to pre-order it, but if I find him out there, I don't like that. It looks like he's got the old articulation, and that's the old body with a little bit of updates to it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely, if I see it, I will pick it up because of the soft goods cape. I love a soft good cape on Superman, and I detest plastic capes on Superman. Anyways, moving on from that. You guys know I detest plastic capes. You've seen me kick them across the room. Somebody mentioned in the comments that I must have some serious anger issues because the way I was torquing on Raptor. Not necessarily. I'm just pushing the figure, right? I'm just pushing it for you. But maybe he was right because I might have some hidden rage for plastic capes. You saw me with. If you've watched me long enough, you know how I get with these plastic capes. Boy, I can't stand them. All right, McFarlane Collector's Edition, Green Lantern, another Green Lantern. Simon Baz, I think his name is. He's got like a wrestling mask on. I don't know who he is. I don't know this version of Green Lantern. So excuse my ignorance, but I just don't. I just know he's a Green Lantern. Mr. Terrific. I've heard of him many times, but I don't know his background. But I do know his name and I do know his face. So there you go, Mr. Terrific as well. They're going to be putting that out. Grid. I don't know who Grid is. However, that creature can fit into a lot of displays and a lot of, dioramas. The Joes can be battling some new sinister Cobra monster that Cobra Commander put out or whatever. So that looks fantastic. Now we're getting to a little bit more nitty-gritty stuff that I definitely know about. And that is the armored up Batman from Batman vs. Superman from DC Multiverse. This looks fantastic. Not only that, soft goods cape. Yes, I will pay for this. Thank you, McFarlane. I will buy it again for this soft good cape. You're a genius. If your plan was to all along sell us the craptastic, crappy capes, knowing that we would be like, this is crap, and then going, I've got one for you. How about now with soft good capes? Then your evil plan worked, McFarlane. Your evil plan worked. Genius. And then also Gal Gadot, I guess, although this doesn't really look like Gal Gadot from Batman versus Superman. Maybe licensing rights. They couldn't get her face to be on there. They just kind of got it. The one I'm really excited about. Now, here's where I'm hoping that this is a soft goods cloak. I really like this alternate Batman, Nightmare Batman. But only if it's a soft goods cloak. If it's not, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want anything to do with this thing if it doesn't have a soft goods cloak. Because guess what he's going to do in about a year's worth of time? He's going to re-release this in a soft goods cloak. And then I'll buy it. But I've learned my lesson now with you, McFarlane. I've learned my lesson. All right. Moving on from that, we've got this, what is this, Peter Patch Pumpkin from Naughty or Nice. This is Fresh Monkey Fiction. I like this one. I like this little pumpkin guy a lot. He's, you know, hey, I really like Halloween, and Halloween is my jam. I used to love that holiday because I knew once we did Halloween, boom, Christmas right around the corner. So for me, I loved Halloween. I really did. And so I'm probably going to order this. This looks fantastic. Now, let's deviate a little because I want to talk about this cool horse from Fish Toys. Now, this horse looks like it has mega articulation, just immense amount of articulation. I want you to see how the manufacturer I want you to see how the manufacturer torques on his own toy. Look at that. Look at him. Anyways, that's just to show you that, hey, you know, some of these figures are meant to be that way. So, I mean, treat them how you like, but, you know, also understand that these toys are meant to be articulated. And if the manufacturer does it that way, I mean, come on. Anyways, but I like that you could do so much with this horse and it's so well articulated. So I'm 100% sure I'm going to order it. I hope it's not too much. All right. Moving on from that, let's talk a little bit about Mezco. The Decapod gang, this is sold out. So if you want it, you're just going to have to wait. You're just going to have to get yourself on the wait list. It's a Rumble Society, and it came out right around the same time that Doc Nocturnal was out. I got me a Doc Nocturnal. He's ordered and he's coming. But these guys, I hesitated on. Unfortunately, when you hesitate on some of these like guys right here, they're gone. They're gone. So you would have gotten two figures with a bunch of different little heads there, some crazy arms and like some little tentacles on their faces and hands, a bunch of weapons, you know, just gangster stuff all around. It looked really good, but I was hemming and hawing on it, and usually these type of figures do not, hang around for you to hem and haw. So, all right, moving over to, now I don't know how I missed this, but the Commissars in Warhammer were one of my favorite features. I forgot what that one Commissar's name was. I might put his name down here, but there was a whole novel on him. He was the Commissar for, there's this book called The Expendables, and he was the leader of that group of ragtag soldiers that this Commissar in the Warhammer universe or lore would take around the universe and, like, you know, do all kinds of crazy heroic things with. Commissar Kane, Capheus, I forgot what, I'll put his name right here. But anyways, this Commissar, I mean, there's also a Commissar Yarrick, and I believe he's legendary. But anyways, I think it was Ben Counter who put those books out. I mean, if you guys, Warhammer's been around a long time, and there's a lot of books on it. But I read those books. I was captured by those books. I was enthralled by those books. And I will be picking up this Commissar. The only thing that concerns me is, again, I hope that his trench coat is soft goods, and what it looks like, it looks like it's that pleather type stuff. So I'm down with that. Here he comes with his little card and, you know, his stand and his chain sword and bolt gun. So I don't know, looks really good to me. And again, I love the Commissar lore in Warhammer 40K. So yeah. All right, the 4 Horsemen, $100 for these 4 skeletons that you can change their heads on. I like the jack-o'-lantern head. So there you are. $100 for 4 skeletons. Not bad, not bad. And they seem decently articulated. So, you know, not bad. If it's just not, I'm not going to order them just because I don't feel that nostalgic about them or that attracted. I don't feel that pull, that attraction to them. Like, I got to have this, you know. They're cool, but I don't know if I want to go buy them for $100 cool. All right. I think you can also apply some discounts to them. Look around the internet before you buy this thing for $100. You might be able to get it down to like 70 or 80 bucks. So just be aware of that. You know, do some research on this one. I mean, I would do it for you, but I got to move on. but I think there are some discounts that apply to this. 55 bucks for this Big Bad Toy Store exclusive Conan Pit Fighter from Super 7. Looks cool, looks bloody. I'm gonna pass. So I just thought I'd mention it here. Big Bad Toy Store is putting out a lot of exclusives lately for their 25th, and good for them. Good for them. Like I said, I've only had like that one bad experience with them, and that was just recently. For the past however long I've been doing business with them, they've been fantastic. So I really can't poo-poo them. They've been doing really great. So anyways, the re-edit Halo Reach 1/12 scale pre-painted George figure. Heavy gunner, $215. These figures are mega expensive, but they are almost like like I mentioned earlier. They're almost the epitome of articulation on these particular figures. I mean, to me, it blew me away how the Master Chief version of this particular line was. So I dig it, but I don't know if I dig it for $215. All right, some double dragon figures that were I think we saw these at San Diego Comic-Con from Syndicate Collectibles. Here's, I forget what the name of the guys were. I played Double Dragon a lot as a kid, but here's one of the characters with the baseball bat, and here's one of the other characters with one of the barrels. Remember, you used to you could pick up a barrel and then throw it at people or throw it at the bad guys. So there you go. That's the news. Let's get over and take a look at that haul, and let's talk about that Strange Tales situation as well. All right, collectors, let's get into the haul. And today, I'll be shilling for Godzilla. Yes, that's right. The Toho Corporation, who invented Godzilla. Big shill. So, what shirts are you guys wearing today? Put it in the comments below. Who are you shilling for? Because now, if we go by the word, by the shill, what that means, it means that you're, well, here, I'll put the definition right up here. I'll put a picture of it. And that means to market or to, communicate that in some form or fashion to other people's eyeballs or interests. And if you're wearing a Metallica shirt, if you're wearing an X-Men shirt, if you're wearing a Care Bears shirt, you are shilling for that company. Anyways, all that to say is that we're probably all a bunch of shillers. So let's move on from that. You know what? This was such a great haul filled with a ton. You know what? Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. And the reason I'm back is because because it was such a great opportunity for some savings in this particular round. I'm going to try and keep track of it. Now, again, this is not a scientific estimate as to how much I saved, but we're just going to go through. One of the tenets of my collecting is deals, man. Where I can and where I can find deals, get them. If somebody's offering you a deal, why not take advantage of it? So always look for deals, always take advantage of those, always try to stack those on top of each other. The best person that I know to get deals is my wife. My wife understands the entire process, and I'm sure some of your guys' wives or girlfriends probably understand how to do all this. To me, I was just a novice. And about 3 years ago, she started telling me, stack these like this. And I was like, what? So she's opened my eyes to a lot of this, and so have a lot of you on how to do that. So it's made my collecting, it's made actually a little bit more enjoyable to see how many deals I can stack up. Now, let's get into it. We're gonna start off with the things that I didn't get deals for, and I hope I can finish this in one round. Be like over there like Kyle Peterson and doing like 4 rounds. 4 rounds of ridiculousness. Not real. Kyle, don't get upset. Nobody go run into Kyle and say, hey, he's calling him out. I better stop calling him out. He's a great guy. Well, he's never done anything to me other than entertain me. So, all right. Let's start off with the not the deals, because I didn't get deals on these. That Venom, it got Venom this week. Here's the UPC if you guys are looking for them, but I've changed my mind on Venom Pool. I'm looking for him. If only just to have that variant. I want to see how he compares to my old one. I'm not going to jump through hoops to get him. If I happen to see him in the store, I'll pick him up. But yeah, this is the movie Venom. I already have this version, but this one has tentacles. It's got tentacles. So there's that. No deal on that, full price. I didn't get a deal. I went and I didn't know I didn't have this on Blu-ray. I was shocked. Shocked, absolutely beside myself. It's Halloween, and I went to go find this movie, and I could only find it on DVD, which, what the, ugh. So I had to go pick up, that's right, Dusk Till Dawn, the Blu-ray version. Gotta have it, gotta have it. Quintessential Halloween movie. Anyways, to me, I love that movie. That movie's awesome. Selma Hayek, directed by Quentin Tarantino. Freaking Clooney in it. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, that's a great movie. Selma Hayek. All right. I didn't get a deal on this one because I ordered this one online. It was a pre-order and it just came as is. Couldn't take advantage of anything. So I ordered one of those. And I ordered these individually as well. Didn't get a deal on these like a bonehead. And that was an extra Raptor and a Road Pig. So there you go. Interestingly enough, I have 2 more of these coming from Amazon. Man, I guess I've got some fodder to work with. I especially like his wings. Now, his wings are killer, but his articulation, in the crapper. So anyways, I haven't gotten to him yet. I hear good things. I hear good things. I try not to hear or get biased by other people's reviews. Or Road Pig seems like he's a winner, but again, I haven't reviewed him, so I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. I'm gonna review him, and I know I promised you to put what's coming up in the. You know what? That's probably gonna be a members only post. It's a post. It's not a video, and you guys are gonna get to see everything the same time they see it. It is a post for members only that says this is what's coming up during the week, tentatively. And maybe the members could tell me, I don't like that. I might still do it anyways, but at least they'll have an idea as to what's coming and when to tune in and stuff. Hey, if you're a supporter of the show, I think you should have a little bit of say-so in which way we go and kind of understand my insanity. You're welcome to walk into it, but you might not walk out. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's craziness. All right. What else did we get? We had a big savings on this, but I'm going to write it down anyways. This went for $50, right? Squadron Supreme. I found this. I was mildly tempted to buy this when it first came out, but I didn't. So, yeah, 19 bucks at Ollie's. So now we're into the deals. I'm going to write that down. 19 bucks from that's $30 savings. Let's write that down. Again, none of this is scientific. All of this is just eyeballing it. Had to get away for a second. I had to do something real quick. Anyways, I did get a deal with these 2 because I went into the store and got them. Another Road Pig and a Halo Jumper. So with these 2, I saved, I think it said you saved a total of $25. So let's write that down, shall we? 25 whole dollars. Another $25. Now, with these guys, these two. I got a tactical spawn. Yeah, tactical spawn. And then I got a spawn. Now, the spawn, I picked this one up because it just looks cool. I picked this one up. I have a bunch of spawns. I love spawn. But he has a soft goods cape. I'm a sucker. McFarlane, good job with those soft goods, man. You're killing it. You're killing it with those soft goods. Let's continue to do that. I don't want to... Anyways, soft goods all the way. Now, here's where the huge savings... Oh, did I write that? That was a $25 savings as well. All right, so there's that. All right, now here's where the huge savings comes in, right? So, I'm just gonna tell you, look, let me tell you the price first. If you were to buy all these together, I believe it's $180, I believe, right? Math. 1 second. So about $180 with tax and everything. So here's what I got. Now, let me show you what it was first. I've been going back and forth with one of my fellow YouTube content creators, and he knows how much I wanted this wave. But you know, sometimes we keep each other grounded, and that's good. That's good. You gotta keep each other grounded. You gotta sometimes put a rein on some of this insanity. And so it was working. It was working until I found this gigantic deal on it. Like I said, it would have been $180 if I had bought these individually. I ran across these at GameStop. Let me show you what I ran across. The entire wave. But I didn't have to buy one because it didn't have the part that I needed. Hellstorm, Damon, 1. Lilith, 2. Dracula, 3. And Bloodstorm, 4. Hey, you know what? I'm not giving you the UPCs. There's a UPC for Bloodstorm. There's that one. Lilith. There's Lilith. Here is Dracula. That's Dracula. And here is Hellstorm. There you go. That's Hellstorm. Brother Voodoo. There he is, upside down. Very cool. Here's his UPC. And, of course, everybody's after this one. I mean, he does look cool. So, and Moon Knight. There we go. Marvel's Moon Knight. There's his UPC symbol right there. So for all 6 of these, could have been $180. Here's what I did. I had some money in my points that I had saved up that I'd kind of forgotten about, right? You know, sometimes you just don't think about these things. I don't go access them all the time. So I had a big chunk of change in there that I had forgotten about. And then, I don't know how much, that's the variable in all this. You know, you guys might have some points, you might not have as many points as I do. I'm an avid GameStop shopper. So I had quite a few points in there. The points, and then I had $5, the monthly coupon that you get for a pro member. And then I had, I believe it's a 15% veterans discount off the whole price. Ultimately, I ended up paying $101.44, I believe, thereabouts, like right at $100. That's like $16 a figure. I can't say no to that. I can't say no to that. So, Blackheart, you're coming with me. Hey, he's part of the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. So what is that? That's $80 in savings right there. Thereabouts. And then finally, we picked these up. Monkeyin from that new Super 7 collection. His skin tone looks fine. This one, he does eat all his vitamins, unlike Lion-O, who's over there looking like he needs iron. And then Ahsoka spaceship. Well, I'm a big fan of Star Wars spaceships. I know some people didn't like the series, but I always tell you guys, collect what you like. You know what? Don't let anybody else tell you this is the correct way to collect. Don't you know? This is how you collect, collector. No, you collect what you feel like collecting. Don't let other people tell you. If it brings you joy and you can responsibly collect it, go on and do so. All right, so let's add that up real quick. That was $160 we saved this week. That's a lot of dough, man. So $160 that I didn't have to shell out for a lot of this stuff. So guys, the lesson here is collect responsibly and take advantage of all the discounts that you can. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget about the giveaway. Go check that video out. Don't forget to collect what you want to collect. Don't let any of these, clowns on here tell you what's right and what's wrong on how to collect, how to inbox, out of box, torn up, thrown out. Don't pose them like this, pose them like that. No, man, pose them however you like. It's your toy. It's your action figure. Like what you like. What I like is irrelevant. It's what you like. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to join me for some more shenanigans on this channel. We found some great stuff this morning, but you won't see it until the midweek hunt. I did post about it also. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. As always, a special thank you to the members of this channel. And I got to do that post for you. And as always, as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling it out.